Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video we're going to be doing a analysis video on the EURUSD, the EURGBP, the USDCAD and the Aussie dollar. You'll have to excuse me, but I've got a little bit of a cold, so I apologise if I sound like I'm a bit bunged up. So previous videos in the educational section, you can see that or that I've spoken about this previous low and the context behind this, what I believe to be bullish on EURUSD. Now, bearing in mind, I'm not going to go into too much detail in this video because most of the stuff that, in terms of education, you can get from the educational videos. This is more of an analysis video. Not trade advice. We're not giving trade advice, but this is more of an analysis video of where we believe the markets will be going, in the coming weeks, and we'll be looking for some things to do this week as well. All right. So EURUSD, just to clarify, previous low, a nice move down, broke that low here, nice rejection, higher low, beautiful grind higher, breaking a previous swing high, another swing high, come back into those two swing highs, which we can call support, and a nice reaction off there, another higher low, and we've bumped our head up against this previous high, and we've just steadied off a little bit. Now, it's very easy to look at this double high and say, well, it's resistance and I'm going to go short. We don't do that at all. We look at the context of the move, and I'll show you another a double bottom, which, again, I'll illustrate my point in a second, but basically, I don't see this as resistance. I don't see this as a negative thing in terms of higher prices. I just believe that this is a healthy pullback. As you can see, this is on the daily now. We bumped our head up against this, and we're just getting a healthy reaction off there. A couple of days down, may even get a third day down. This is a Sunday candle. Okay, so this is Friday, this is Sunday, and then we're on Monday now, the 8th of January. So we may get a second bar down here as well, candle, and then challenge these previous highs. So that's what we're going to be looking for. We will put the levels out as and when they form, but as of now, I am still bullish on the EURUSD. And to go to the other example I was going to show you about the double bottom, if you see this double bottom here, and this is where context is absolutely key. This is why context. We're always pounding on about context. This is a double bottom, and you could say, well, this is a double bottom support, so it reacted really nicely off there. So why is this double top not the same? Yeah, why will we not get from that one that we had previously, the double bottom, you're talking about almost 380 pips. So, does it not stand to reason that because we've hit another double top in this case, that we're not going to get another 380 pips lower? No. And the reason being is because of this context that we keep talking about. Context. It's the storyline behind the actual trade or behind the actual moves. We've come up into a double top, or created a double top now, when we hit it this first time. So we've got this previous time, we've come up and we've hit it and we've reacted off it, creating this double top on the premise of a bullish move on euro. Lower, a previous low, broken the previous low, higher low, grind higher, pull back into support, previous highs, nice grind higher, created this double top. That's not bearish for me personally. I don't see that as bearish at all. I see that as bullish, and this is just a normal healthy pullback on the daily, and then we'll challenge the previous highs. Whereas this double bottom, okay, is in the context of a bullish move. Do you get me? So we've had that nice, the nice grind higher, and the pullbacks and the higher lows and everything else, created this double bottom, and we again started grinding higher. So I believe we're going to challenge these. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be looking for going forward for the EURUSD, and as and when they form, we will let you know. The EURGBP, pretty much grinding sideways, and we were for the last sort of three months or so of the year, stuck in this kind of consolidation range. I'm just going to mark it out roughly. So we had a sort of consolidation, bit sloppy, grind higher, sort of mini consolidation here, grind higher, sharp decline, and then we've just been going sideways for the remainder of the year. So I really, to be honest, I really want to see a move outside of this range before I'd even consider the EURGBP. But we can use it as a cross to give us an idea of what's happening with the euro currency or the pound currency. So we do keep an eye on it. But as a tradable pair, it's not for me. Stay away from it for now. USDCAD. Just looking at the comments, just really nice grind higher, sharp reversal, sort of sideways consolidation. Almost tried to get sort of higher, but nothing. So I suppose you could say, as a general rule of thumb, I mean, kind of the whole thing here. Look, really. I mean, you could even go as far as to say that really. You know, sort of from here, so the sort of high point to the low point, and kind of would, you know, the middle of that consolidation around about here. So, been consolidating sideways, sideways, sideways. We tried to break here, I guess, sort of pop out of there, but nice, sharp, steady. Nice controlled movement. You know, lower. We did accelerate a few times on the way down. Minor pullback, nothing over the top, and then a nice sharp move down. But since then, we've grinded higher. Broken this swing high, consolidation, 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 and then a nice sharp move down. I believe we could possibly show you something. We could possibly got another little consolidation here. So there's a couple of things that could happen here. I believe that we could possibly either go lower or go higher. But let me explain. I know obviously that sounds a bit obvious, but for me to be taking along on USDCAD, I want to see higher prices above this consolidation. Okay, now that seems like it's a fair way away, which in terms of movement it is. It's over, you know, over 560 pips. Okay, but remember we're looking at the weekly chart, and because it's a weekly chart, you know, these areas have more weight. These areas have more strength. You know, and we keep an eye on these levels. It's the beginning of the year, so we're going to be marking off these levels and keeping notes on these levels, you know, throughout the year. You know, if we mark a level off today, for example, and let's say that our level is 129.15, okay? So 129.15 for me will go in my book on my little notepad, and it will stay there, okay? And it will stay there, and we'll keep monitoring it, you know, as the days and weeks and months progress. And if we get anywhere near it, we've already had that level marked off, so it's like a you know, a reminder, a little cue to say, yep, we're coming up to that level. Watch it, you know, how's price going to react from there, and so on and so forth. So, having said that, we could mark off the bottom of the consolidation, which could potentially become resistance. Okay, because there's price action there. Think of it like this. Okay, we have some consolidation here. So the market was going sideways here. Okay, if you want to look at it like this, there was no buyers and there was no sellers. Okay, there was just a nice equilibrium of both. You know, plenty of buyers, plenty of sellers, and the market's just going sideways, right? So if we bump our head up against that, we have to go through all of this price action first before we get to the top end of the consolidation. So it's very similar to support and resistance, or a support and resistance idea. Just imagine, and I'm going to be really careful how I say this because not every consolidation does this. Again, the context of the whole move is what we use to arrive at these, you know, these conclusions. But if we start to move higher, okay, like so, we are coming up into a previous consolidation, so there's a lot of price action here, okay? So when it gets up there, it has to grind through all of these candles before it can get up here, all right? So the likelihood of that happening within the context of a nice move down, a higher move, takes out a swing high, consolidation, 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 and a drop. Think about it. Why did it consolidate and not continue going higher? If this is a nice move down, but now we've broken this swing high, it's broken this swing high here. So down, nice grind higher, consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. Why didn't it break the top of the consolidation and break out? It didn't. It just stopped, reversed, broke down, you know, and now we're stabilizing at the lower end. So if we do get a move back up into this, the context of this small little area here is bearish, at least the way that I see it. So we could potentially be coming up into this, finding some resistance, and then a move lower, maybe to take out this this swing low here or this previous low. All right, which is about excuse me, about 530 pips or so. But remember, this is the weekly. Okay, so if we drop down to a daily, and price does in fact move up into this area, okay, this previous consolidation area, and we managed to take something here, we only need a move back to the previous low, which is around about 200 pips. It's a normal weekly range, you know, for USDCAD. So we'll be looking, we'll be keeping an eye on this. We're looking for you know, for some levels to be hit before you know, we put anything out. But for now, USDCAD's a watch, and we'll take it from there. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar really didn't go anywhere last year. Kind of started here, ended here. Okay, so we've got, you know, almost 1,000 pip range. So if we take about 500 of that, which is roughly about 100 pips off the mid range. So didn't really do anything last year. Plenty of movement, don't get me wrong, but didn't really do anything last year in terms of directional bias. I mean, if you really want to see how little we've done in the Euro USD, sorry, in the Aussie dollar, we're going sideways. I mean, this is one giant consolidation. You know, yes, we've got small areas of consolidation within that, but this whole area is consolidation. If you go to the monthly, we might be able to see a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, look, you know, sharp decline, move higher, all the way back down, consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. You know, we could go either way on this. So for me, not really looking to do anything with the Aussie dollar. There may be a play here or there, you know, challenging previous highs or previous lows, but as it stands right now, I would like to see a clear, strong week approaching a specific area, and then we can maybe drop down to the daily and see if we get any rejection from those areas. So for example, you know, let's say we mark out this small area here, okay, and we're coming up into this area. As it gets to this area, we've got some price action that we need to get through. Will it continue? I don't know. But what we can do is when it starts to approach that area, okay, so as it starts to come up and it sort of breaks this this swing high here, pop up there and get some nice rejection and then a move lower, then I'll consider taking you know, a short position. But until then, I want to kind of see how we fare. So that's it for this one, guys. I apologise if I've been a little bit all over the place. I've been quite ill over the weekend, and I'm just getting over you know, a bit of a, you know, nothing major, just a little cold, which can, you know, make me a bit fuzzy sometimes. I mean, I've had a few paracetamols. Sorry, excuse me. I've had a few paracetamols, so you know, it can. Paracetamols, I know they're not very strong, but they sometimes make me a little bit drowsy. So I do apologise for that. But keep an eye out this week for the signals, and we will keep you posted as always. Check regularly in the news section because we have updates going on throughout the day. We do keep an eye on a lot of stuff throughout the day as well and throughout the week. So keep an eye on everything. You know, make sure that you've got Instagram set to notifications as well, so we can send you, you know, the updates through Instagram as well, and through all the other social media channels that we use. And we look forward to speaking to you very soon. All right, guys, take care.